Well, y'all, interesting week 11. And we got to go through week 11 before we even get to week 12. But I didn't forget about the mid-season report. Mid-season report still coming. I'm going to do the mid-season report this weekend. It's just going to be done a little later than the time I normally do it. I normally do mid-season report like week 8, week 9. So the next event is Wednesday. The next event should be Friday. So the mid-season report either gonna be done Friday or Saturday. So that's what, week 12, week 13. Yeah. So the mid-season report is coming. We ain't forget. We're gonna get that coming along. So just wanted to get that going thus far. But interesting week 11, man. I seen some things go down I wouldn't have never picked. You know, even if you told me, that it was gonna go that way, I would have never thought that certain things turned out the way they did. But that's the beauty of playing these leagues, man. Any given Sunday, you can get a whole different result. So, I mean, like I always say, I root for parity. I always tell y'all that. I always preach that to y'all. I root for parity. I do not root to see the same guys winning all the time. You know what I mean? And I always tell y'all, the thing about me and my leagues is that even though I'm here to compete, just like everybody else, I'm always good with just seeing my league be successful and seeing y'all, ball out. That's what makes me feel like, all right, cool, copy. You know what I mean? So I enjoy seeing things like that. But week 11, very interesting week. Very interesting week. Couple of upsets. Couple of upsets, and let's get into it. Let me just say this too about fair sims and things like that. I'm not going to be giving fair sims out to guys that if you always seem like you a hard person to catch, or you just don't be tapped in like that. I mean, I'm not gonna be giving you a fair sim. You're gonna be getting a forced loss. I gotta start giving the benefit of the doubt to the guys that I know play their games. You know what I'm saying? Because let's just be honest, there are very few, not many, very few guys that I feel like would try to start using that fair sim as a strategic move. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm looking at certain things and it's like, yo, fair sim again, nah. Before you know it, you got a winning record. You only played one time. Now again, some of you guys let this game get into the way of real life. In other words, if it's something that you got to take care of in real life, don't even try to hold on to the game and say, or try to pump fake and act like, you reaching out to play when you can't. Let me tell you something. Can't nobody ever say I ever tried to jerk wreck with my game. I'm quick to give my opponent the force win if I can't play. That's just bottom line. I ain't gonna try to jerk wreck and hold on. If I got something to do and I can't play, yo, bro, you got to win. That's it. Ain't no trying to get slick and get a fair sim. I don't rock like that. So, I'm not gonna let other guys rock like that. I do feel it in my heart that there are a few guys that will try to get a fair sim and be strategic with it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you now, you're not gonna get the benefit of the doubt. Some of you guys are gonna be getting a forced loss if you can't play your opponent. That's just how it is, because I already can see what time it is with some of y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna sit here and play games and jerk. I gotta start giving guys the benefit of the doubt that deserve it. Guys that don't deserve it, you won't get benefit of the doubt. That's just how it go, bottom line. So don't take it personal. I'm only going by what I've been seeing. You know what I'm saying? That's all I can go by. And you can't knock me for that, because this is the resume that you built. So that's that, man. Yeah. So I just wanted to touch on that real quick. Like, guys ain't gonna be getting no, like this game with Born Ready and the Raiders. Now I don't know if they supposed to play. I don't know if they were scheduled. I mean, I don't know if they reached out to each other to try to set up a game or not. But I know, guess what? I know Born Ready plays his games. I know Marzelli's always in and out like a jack in the box. You know what I'm saying? So guess what? I'm giving Born Ready to win. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know what be going on with Marzelli. Marzelli will jump in the chat early in the morning, then he won't jump in the chat for 24 hours. Or he'll jump in the chat late at night, then you won't hear from him again until day of advance. It's like, nah, we're not playing those games. You know what I'm saying? You can't play, your opponent getting the win depending on who you playing. If you playing against a guy who I feel like be shucking and jiving, that's different. But if you start playing against guys that I know play their games, ain't no benefit of the doubt. Ain't no fair sim. You getting the loss. That's it. We keeping it moving. You know. So that's that, man. Let's get into some of these results that popped off this week. And the first game that I got to get into is this upset game right here. Colts, Scott took out Steelers, took out Spaz. Now, I'm gonna tell you what happened this game. The first thing that happened this game is Steelers came into this game feeling like they already won, right? That's the first thing that happened. The second thing that happened this game is, you know, he probably seen the beating that Scott took the week before, or he probably just knew that Scott have been playing good ball lately. You know what I mean? But at some point in that game, he got woken up and realized he was in for a battle. Now, here's what I'm going to say about Scott. Scott came into this game with an attitude because he got blown out the week before, right? He came into this game with an attitude, and he was determined to bounce back and get a win, or at least just even play better. I don't even think Scott would have been mad had he lost this game close. Like, if Pittsburgh would have kicked the field goal and win this game, I don't even think Scott would have been pissed. I think Scott would have been pleased to know that after just getting shellacked and shut out, that he bounced back the following week with a strong performance. But guess what? He won the game. That shows a lot, man. Scott, I always gave you props. I've heard several times that you feel like I be calling you out and this stuff and that, but man, Scott, you gotta know, I'm always quick to say something about somebody. It could be negative, or it could be like I'm trying to down them, but I'm really not. I'll be trying to keep it real, because as soon as you do something right, I'm quick to point that out as well. You know what I mean? So I don't pick on nobody. I don't try to put nobody on blast. I just try to cover what's going on during the predictions. Some guys I got to speak about a little more based upon what I'm seeing. I've always said the one thing I always gave you credit for, Scott, is that you always hung in there. You got a lot of more heart than a lot of these players who consider themselves good. And I'm being 100% honest right now. You got more heart than a lot of these guys who consider to be good. Because you took your lumps and bruises, just about more than anybody. You ain't take it more than anybody. There's somebody who got you beat, but we ain't even gotta get into that right now. But you took a lot of lumps and bruises, and the one thing I commend you for is that you always hung in there. You ain't known as no dude that be conceding, quitting, any of that. You know what I'm saying? You hung in there, and you've got better. Now, lately, I don't know, you have been playing as good as you was once upon a time. I don't know how you took 2 steps back, but your game was definitely an improving. And I don't know, it seemed like you took a couple of steps back. Maybe this game will get you pointed in the right direction again. But this is a big time win for you, man. Good win, And Steelers is in the tough division. That was a big time loss for him, because trust me, if he looked on his schedule, he counted you as a win. You know what I mean? And the fact that he didn't get that win, that's going to hurt. You know what I'm saying? That's going to hurt moving forward. Now, I don't know what your record is, Scott, but you know what? I always tell y'all, it ain't always about, with certain guys, ain't about making the playoffs. It's about making progress. You know what I mean? And if you can make progress, Scott, from here on out, so what if you miss the playoffs? But if you compete with these games and you lose close games and you pull off a couple upsets, more upsets here and there, yo, your season is success, man. You understand? Believe it or not, your season is success. Don't base success upon, getting to the playoffs and things like that. You got to crawl before you walk, bro. And this can be a step in the right direction. So just build on whatever you did. I didn't see the game, but whatever you did to win this game and just to keep it competitive and to slow him down, yo, build on that, man. I always tell you guys, remember what you did, go back and look at what you did and apply that moving forward. You know what I mean? That's all. Like, it ain't that hard, but good win, Scott. I didn't do predictions for this week, but if I did predictions, I'd have took the Steelers. You know what I mean? I'd have took the Steelers by a nice comfortable amount at that. But you would have proved me wrong. And guess what? What better feeling to prove somebody wrong? Now, I don't know who you play week 12. We're gonna find out when I advance. I mean, when I get through this recap. But nevertheless, man, good win, bro. Straight up. Next, we had another game. This game was even more of a shocker than that Colts game. This was another upset. But this was an upset in a major way just because of the score that went down. I don't know what happened this game. I don't know what happened other than the final score. And as I look at the stats, Third World defense played lights out, and he passed the ball all over Cowboys. This is a even greater win for the Seahawks because the Seahawks, Third World been playing Pearl close period the last few times they played. I mean, I don't know if you guys remember, but the playoffs before the one we just had, Seahawks eliminated the Cowboys. So Third World winning this game, this ain't unforeign territory for him. But I ain't gonna lie, he ain't ever beat Pearl like this. Now, you could chalk it up to a bad game. We all have it. You know what I'm saying? Pearl is entitled to a bad game. It don't make him still not as a dangerous player as he is. You know what I'm saying? It was just one of them games. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that I could say it's one of them games, I still gotta give Third World his props, because what he did, I haven't seen a lot of guys do. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I haven't seen too many guys shut Pearl down to 7 points. And then we always talk about Pearl offense, but Pearl is a good defensive player too. So the fact that he gave up 32, that's big too. So if I'm Cowboys, I'm throwing this. You know how in the NFL they say, you take certain losses, they be like, yo, nothing to watch. When we getting film study this week, just throw the tape out. Ain't nothing to look at. Just get ready for the next game. This is one of those games. If I'm the Cowboys, throw this out. Ain't nothing to look at. Nothing to see here. Play terrible. Get ready for your next opponent. That's all you can do. But this is a great win for the Seahawks, man. Listen, Third World is somebody he got the capability of beating anybody. You know what I'm saying? It's just that we all, some of us who like, known as good players, sometimes we can get in our own way. You know what I mean? For different things. Sometimes we'll get out of our zone. We'll get caught up in doing something we got no business doing. It happens. You know what I mean? But I respect Third World handle, man. He got game. You know what I'm saying? And for anybody that doubted it, just look at this score. I mean, before you say anything, just think about it. How many guys have you seen beat Pearl like this? So, it happens, man. It happens, and Pearl came up on the other side of the fence this time. But I know Pearl. He's a competitor. He's gonna be looking forward to the next time he played Third World. So if I'm Third World, next time I play P. Earl, gotta come ready, because he gonna bring all the smoke to you. He's gonna try to do you dirty. But you know what? Until then, he gotta hold this one though. Good win for the Seahawks. Next we had Texans and Bucks. I peeked in and seen this game. Bucks scored 7 late in the game, but Texans played good defense. 14-7. This is a typical major factor game. Not a lot of offense, but play solid defense. He did enough to get the win. Texans record, I think he's about 500. I don't even think he's 500 yet. He might be one game under 500, But I don't think his division is lighting it up over there. So he's still in a good position to win that division. Next we had Chargers and Broncos. I didn't even get to see this game. I wanted to see this game because when TNT came in there as division, he was definitely talking breezy to Playmaker. So I know Playmaker took this game personal. I think this is the first time they played. They get to play again. Good win for the Chargers, 28-14. Was the Broncos able to get anything done? Not really. They only rushed for 94 yards, gave up 200 on the ground. Playmaker did whatever he wanted to do. And he caused 3 turnovers. So TNT will have to clean up next time they play. They're in the same division, so you don't want him to just be averaging 200 yards on you every time you play. But good win for the Chargers. Then we had 49ers and Rams. Early in the season, Manish was still losing, but it was a little more respectable. Now it looked like he's just playing with his eyes closed. I don't know what's going on with Manish, but he got to figure something out, man. 72-0, not a good look, but it happens. But one thing I say about Manish is that he's never quit a game yet, and he took a lot of beatings, So if you ask me, he's gonna get better. Trust me, he's gonna get better. Right now, he's taking a lot of lumps, but you know what? He don't quit. He haven't quit yet, nothing that I know about at least, But he's sticking with it, man, and he seemed like he's on a mission to get better. Just stay with it, bro. The more you play, the more familiar you'll get, and the more you'll be able to figure some things out. But you got to go through this. It's the ugly process right now, but stick with it. You'll be all right. Next, we have myself against Cardinals. I honestly feel like this is a game we should have won. We played good defense all throughout the game. Gave up a big run. He broke some tackle. Had a long run on us, but we pretty much contained the run. We ain't let him get off with the run at all. He ran for $117, but that big run is the one that did it. You know what I mean? We played good D, man. We had 3 turnovers, of course. The last turnover we had was the last play of the game. We had a chance to tie the game up. We was at like the 9-yard line and threw a pick in the end zone. We got to get better. We got to clean it up, man. But there's some things that I liked that I seen, and I always say sometimes it's not about the wins and losses. It's about the in-between, and it's a couple of things that I've been working on lately that I like that I seen that game, and I think we're going to be all right moving forward, most definitely. But good win for the Cards. Next, we had Ravens and Bengals, and I believe this is the second time they played. I think Ravens swept Bengals again. Food for thought. Ravens swept the Bengals. Put it like this: the last 5 games they played, right? They played 5 games so far. They played 2 last season, 1 in the playoffs, and 2 this season. Guess what? Baltimore won 4 out of the 5 games against the Bengals. But guess what? The one game he lost to the Bengals was where? In the playoffs. So even though Ravens swept the Bengals again this season, if he plays the Bengals in the playoffs again, these 2 wins in the regular season don't mean nada. You know what I mean? Regular season wins don't mean nothing. A lot of them. Don't get me wrong. It means something as far as getting to the playoffs and as far as where you're gonna be seated at. But it means nothing to when you playing against another good opponent, because you could sweep them and you could get eliminated, and in the playoffs, even though you swept them in the regular season. So now the Ravens swept them last season, lost in the playoffs. Now he swept them now this season. I can't lie, I'm kind of hoping he played the Bengals again this season, because I want to see what happens in the playoffs. So right now I'm still giving the edge to the Bengals in this matchup, because them 4 losses don't add up to that one playoff loss. That one playoff loss equates to them 4 losses that he took. That one win he got equates to them 4 wins that the Ravens got. So at this point, yeah, the Bengals got swept by the Ravens, but Bengals know he eliminated Ravens last season, so he ain't feeling no way about it. He's just saying, he's gonna say, well, we see you in the playoffs, we gotta just take care of you like we took care of you last year. You know what? Ain't nothing for thinking like that at all. So, but until that time come, good win for the Ravens. He got a 1-game lead over the Bengals in that division. Next, we had a shootout. Money Mascot, 45-43. High scoring game. But I'm gonna tell you what I'm impressed with. I'm impressed with the fact that Nab scored 43 points. That Washington defense is loaded. And I keep saying, I said several times, they probably got one of the best defenses in the league personnel wise. You know, when you look at that roster and see who's over there and what their overalls are and everything and what they bring to the table, they got to be top 3 in the league personnel wise. So Norm scored 43 points. The offense didn't let him down by far. The defense is what let him down. You know what I mean? The defense didn't get it done. He threw for 300, but Washington almost threw for 500. You know, so the defense let the Eagles down big time, and he's gotta clean that up. The defense gotta step up for him if you want to get some things done. You do not want to have shootouts like this, especially in the playoffs. And it's a division game, so that was a good win for Washington, man. Philly threw everything at them. Washington escaped with a win in that one. All right, moving right along now. We're in the next week. We're in week 12, and first up, we got Money Mascot, Washington going against Carlisle's Arizona Cardinals. I'm going Washington in this one. I don't think the defense gonna give up 40-something points this time, but you know, at the same time, I don't really think he's gonna score 40-something points neither. Carlisle's plays pretty good defense, but I just like Washington a little more this game. They home. They've been rolling. They've been playing solid all year. I'm gonna take Washington in this one. I'm gonna go Washington 31 to. I'm gonna go 31-23. Next we got Rams and Ravens. Rams, like I said, this is part of the process. You got to take your licks, your wounds, and they're gonna continue to come. And you're gonna take another beat in this game. So I'm gonna go be more in this one by a score of. Now last week the 49ers scored 72. Ravens got explosive offense, but I'm here to tell you, I don't think Ravens gonna score 70 points this week against the Rams. I say Ravens score 50 something. I'm gonna go 55-7. Ravens over the Rams. Next we got Saints, Trey Dog, Ib Hope, Tampa Bay Bucks. These two just played 2 weeks ago. Saints got that one. I'm going with Saints again. Bucks offense looking like it's playing with backups. I don't know what's going on over there. Give me the Saints this week. This is a big time game too. Saints, they both need this game badly, but I just think the Saints team gonna come in at Tampa, and I think he gonna get the job done. They both, like I said, they both need this game, so it's gonna be a big loss whoever loses this game. Don't mean they're out the playoffs, but it's definitely gonna be a big loss in that division because the Panthers is sitting pretty in that division right now. So he get to sit back and watch these two beat each other up. But give me the Saints this week. 27-17. Next we got Texans and Jets. Major going against Born Ready. Give me Jets this week. I like Major defense. I think it's definitely gonna be competitive. I don't think Born Ready gonna just run away and blow them out. So I'm gonna go with the Jets, but I think it's gonna be pretty tight. Give me Jets 24, Texans 17. Next we got Packers, DK going against Dre, Panthers. Big game for the I don't know what the Packers record is. But I've seen Panthers at first in that division, but I've seen this movie before. I've seen the Panthers being first and then lose it in the last week of the season. You know, he's in first, but it's not to the point where he can just do whatever he wants. He got to continue to keep playing good ball. He lost to Fair Sim last week, so now that's another loss. He got to win this game because I'm telling you now, he's not in no position to just take it light. He got a tough game on his hand. I'm gonna go Panthers in this one. I normally would take DK, but Panthers been playing pretty solid ball, so I'm gonna take Panthers, and I'm gonna go Panthers this week, 33-28. Next we got Steelers and Titans. Steelers coming off an upset loss last week to the Colts. He's going against the Titans team, who not playing with too much confidence right now, but at the same time, you know, still has the capabilities to get into his bag and do what he do. But I think the Steelers going to come into the game with an attitude. Going to be upset that he lost last week to the Colts. I think he comes into this game trying to dominate. Now, sometimes when you try to dominate, you mess around and slip on that banana peel. Instead of just playing your game, you try to overkill. So Steelers got to watch out for that and not try to overcompensate, you know, and do too much and find himself in another position to get upset back-to-back weeks. But I'm gonna take the Steelers though. But we'll see how this game play out. Titans to me is not nobody that you can just come in and just you know, afford to just play around with your play calling. You got to come and just finish them, you know. But I'm gonna take the Steelers this week. I'm gonna go Steelers 33-20. Next we got Bengals and Seahawks. Bengals coming off a tight loss last week to the Ravens. Seahawks coming off a blowout upset win over the Cowboys. Seahawks coming to this game with the higher morale. Bengals coming to this game with the better record, with a more of a chip on the shoulder. But you know what? I'm going Seahawks this week. I always tell y'all that I gotta pick three upset games every week, and if I get them all right, everybody gets a couple of attribute points. I haven't got it yet. You know, it's hard to do. This is gonna be one of my upset picks of the week. I'm going Seahawks over the Bengals this week. These two stay going at each other neck in the chat, so this game will be personal. I think Seahawks coming to this game with a ton of confidence. He just blew out Pearl. He has no reason not to come into this game with confidence, you know. Bengals gonna come into this game mad that he lost last week. Also, he's gonna try to blow the Seahawks out because he's not too fond of them, as far as what I see in the chat. But I think the Seahawks come to this game with more swag, just off what he did last week. And I think he pulls up for upset, man. Give me Seahawks. I'm gonna go 27-23. Seahawks over the Bengals. Next, we got Vikings and 49ers. Black Star, you've been MIA again, bro. I don't know what's going on, man. Some of you guys be in and out, and it's cool. I mean, I get it. You know what I mean? You got different things happening, but you know, my thing is at least let it be known. Don't just dip. You know what I'm saying? Don't say nothing. You know what I mean? Cause little things like that would avoid me having to tag people and say who need force win. You know what I'm saying? If you know you can't rock out, just say, yo, give my opponent the win. You know, I ain't gonna be able to rock. And that's how, you know what I'm saying, we save time having to do things like that, you know. But, you know, apparently it don't seem to go that way. I guess that's too easy. That would be too easy to do. But I'm going to go 49ers this week, man. 49ers been playing low-key great ball. I mean, you know, he's flying under the radar. He's been playing good ball over there in the NFC. I'm taking him this week if they play. And I'm going to go San Fran 42, Vikings 14. Next we got Giants, Rico going against E-Ball, New England Patriots. For some reason, I keep saying this every time these two play. Rico plays E-Ball tough. I don't know if he's familiar with his game, but it's always a close game. I mean, E-Ball always get the narrow victory over him. I don't know what that's about, man, but trust me, it happens a lot. And for some reason, I'm automatically thinking possible upset this game. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go upset this game. I'm taking the Giants over the Pats. Give me the Giants. I'm gonna go 25-20. Next, we got Chargers playmaker going against Lamborghini Zelly, the Las Vegas Raiders. I'm gonna take the Chargers. Got a nice team over there, man. A nice tough defense, and I think he got enough to shut Lamborghini Marzelli down. Marzelli going to drive 100 miles per hour, but unfortunately, he's only going to be able to get it to about 50. So I'm taking the Chargers this week. Final score 32, Raiders 21. Next we got Scott LaRock, Indianapolis Colts, going against Big Train, Atlanta Falcons. Falcons started off playing pretty good ball. They've been kind of shaky lately, but you know what? He still got some weeks to go where he could get things going and fight for that playoff spot, one of them playoff spots. But he gotta come in. He gotta get this game. He gotta take care of business. Like, he gotta win this game. Colts coming to this game off an upset win. He's coming to this game with great confidence. And I'm gonna go Colts, man, in the upset. I'm gonna go Colts in the upset. I think he comes to this game with a ton of confidence. I think he comes into this game feeling with the believe he can do it, and I think he get it done in a tight one though. Give me Colts 20. No, give me Colts 22. Falcons 17. 22-17. Colts over the Falcons. Back-to-back upset wins for the Colts. Next we got Nab going against P. Euro. Nab put up a ton of points last week, still lost. Defense let him down. Cowboys gave up a ton of points last week. Offense let him down. So what do I see happening this week? I see P. Euro coming to this game with a point to prove, even though he ain't got no point to prove. But you know, I feel like he gonna definitely try to make amends for what happened last week and that blowout loss to the Seahawks. So I feel like he's gonna try to come into this game and dismantle the Eagles. Just a matter of will he get it done or not. I'm taking the Cowboys to have a bounce back week, get the job done. And they played a couple of weeks ago on the Eagles. Cowboys, I believe, blew them out. I think Cowboys come to this game with an attitude, man. Give me Cowboys this week. 41, Eagles 20. 41-20, Cowboys over the Eagles. And the last game of the week is myself against Jags. I don't predict the winners. I just say who's the favorite. I say Browns on the road, favored by a touchdown over the Jags this week. And that's your recap and predictions. Like I said before, this weekend, either Friday, probably Saturday, more than likely Saturday. Saturday, we will have the midseason report coming. We got to go over certain things that's going down in the league so far, and we're gonna get into it. You know what I mean? We're gonna discuss what's been happening, and that's gonna be it, y'all. You know what I mean? But we got midseason report coming. We're gonna talk about who looking like who looking like Super Bowl contenders, etc. But I'll see y'all again to do another prediction. But I'm just letting y'all know, midseason report will be here this weekend. So till then, knock out your games, and I'll see y'all when I see y'all. I'm Ghost.